DA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Tonight, we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25. They'll start by running the option to the right. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Extra point up and good by Succo. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Ravens take over first down at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. And his top speed, as computed by next-gen stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Still going. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Throwing on first down is Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first down, Lance. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And Lance going to throw. This is caught by Evans. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Ravens 5-yard line.
Lance looking to throw it. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bucs have moved out in front. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes the score 14-7. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second and 8 coming up. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Lance. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Lance now on 1st down. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. The Bucs sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And Lance now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. This time Jackson will throw it. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Quiddy Pay able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Ravens send their punter out now. As his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. Shotgun now for Lance. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. To throw, it's Lance. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. After the sack, they come up on 3rd and goal from the 18. From the gun, it's Lance. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Succop's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Fields this way up at the 17, and he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that run back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Peck, there he goes, left side. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Succop for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Succop's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravensons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you want?
He's got a man, complete. 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. George Kittle, 74 yards.
And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, All coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are pouring it on. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Carlton Davis picks it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Lance now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Airing this one out for Evans. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Buccaneers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point try now for Succop. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Fourth down. Here's Jackson. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Bucs have got it on cruise control. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes...
And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
Quiddy Pay, his second sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On third down, Jackson. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Jackson will throw again.
And he'll go right back to Andrews.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And now here's another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Bucs are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Here's Lance.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Evans has it left side.
Ready? Watch out, 50 Fury.
The Lance going to throw.
Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Lance now on 3rd and goal.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Suck up for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. gets Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. 30. 10, 5, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Lance and company going on fourth down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth. Again, it's Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Lance. Over the middle, caught by Mims. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And they'll go for it. Lance. Got a man, it's Mims. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now Lance again. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring.